fact, I have written to every state, well, I shouldn't say everyone I know of, that is considering mid-levels.
They call them mid-level providers, yes.
I have vehemently stated some facts. They keep claiming the New Zealand dental nurse worked. Well, it did, but it was all government funding. It's not about to happen in the U.S. They don't even pay enough government funding for overhead.
Right.
They claim the Alaskan thing on the Aleutian Islands. That one worked because nobody was there, period.
Oh.
But then you look at places like Minnesota, where they have quite a few mid-levels. That was the first state to go. And yet the majority of them are in, guess where? Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Right.
They're certainly not in areas of need.
Right.
Then let's go back to the veterinary thing. We now have, and I really feel strongly about this, the perfect team. We have specialists, we have generalists, we have hygienists and assistants who can easily be expanded. They're already part of the team with the quarterback. And
right.
the quarterback, those two groups can be expanded as far as we want to expand them. They're already there, they're already recognized, they already have boards, they already have educational programs. And that would be the so-called EPTA.
Right.
And then we've got front desk people, business people, and then we have distributors. If you take that whole team and try to put that into medicine or veterinary, you can't.
Oh.
They're fragmented completely. The nurse practitioner often has responsibilities that they do without the physician there, and they have some they don't. You're finding patients who will not go to them, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
We're finding the physician's assistant same way, and those two are kind of fighting one another. We've already got the perfect team. Why screw it up? We're already number one.
Right.
I really feel strongly that way.
Yeah, I agree. Well said. Well said. I really believe that the dental therapist model is a big, big mistake. All right, so let's change gears a little bit. Do you have any explanation as to how dental insurance companies have been able to get away with not having raised the yearly maximum benefit for almost 60 years?
My brother, who just died last week at 94,
okay.
was president of the largest insurance company in the world. When he was in his active years, he had over 20,000 employees.
Wow. And
he told me 30 years ago, almost a direct quote, insurance will take over all of medicine.
He was right.
I said, huh?
He was
How's
right.
that going to happen? We're all individuals. We're all private. You watch. And they did. It was a prophecy.
Yeah.
They took it over because dentists and physicians, well, you know how you feel when you go home. You're tired.
Right.
You got a family. You want to be with the family. You don't want to go to some political meeting. You don't want to go to a dental society meeting. In fact, the young dentists aren't even going to those meetings. The older ones still are.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is we just let it float. We let it cruise. The leadership, just did not awaken until now. And if you take the gross revenue of an American general dentist, I'm not far off in this statement. It's a couple of years back in the actual data coming from ADA. But we are at the net revenue of 1997.
Wow.
Not gross.
That's what it feels like.
There's a higher gross. But the net revenue has been pared down because of just what we're talking about, third parties. They tell you what to do, when to do, if to do, how to do, how much to charge, and so forth. And that has to be changed.
Right.
It has to be changed. We lost our leadership. And as a result, well, medicine's dead. Medicine is literally dead.
Really?
I have many friends who have retired because their salaries, one of my most close friends is a general surgeon. His salaries went down 50%.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's now administering a surgery center. He got out of the clinical practice. They've totally lost their leadership. Almost every state now has got a hospital or two that have bought all the hospitals. And so they dictate fees to the so-called providers, which is a word I disdain.
Right.
The doctors, they tell them what to do, when to do. They tell them when they can take a day off, et cetera, et cetera. We lost our leadership.
But you know what else is happening? The drug.
Nobody stood up and said, "This ain't right."
I know.
We're the doctors. You're the providers of help to us. It's just the reverse in the terminology, in my opinion.
Right.
You should be providing help to us to treat people.
Right.
We're not your slaves.
You can't take me as I am, not just a little bit. I don't know who to be. I'm a paper cup, baby, of the sea. I know you see it too, 'cause you're too much for me.
This is Clark Kellogg. Stay tuned for more of Dr. Kvitko.
Estás escuchando con Dr. Kvitko aquí en su estación favorita.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. I've been honored to help several famous people get a perfect smile, like Keith Carlos and Dominique Reigard from America's Next Top Model, and Ted the Golden Voice Williams from right here in Columbus. Isn't it time you had a celebrity smile? It costs less than you might think, and most of the time, it can be done in one visit. A new smile can make a world of difference.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
I'm Grandpa, and I go to Dr. Kvitko, and I still have all my teeth. Real ones. Where's my glasses?
If you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile, episode number 574, and today we are talking to world-renowned dentist, prosthodontist, dental educator, and philanthropist, Dr. Gordon Christensen. Well, you know what else is happening? Drug companies like CVS and Walgreens, they're buying insurance companies.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting crazy.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the dental things being bought out. Well, that's another challenge in dentistry. We've got major monopolies that are buying out the small companies. I don't have to tell you who they are. There are three of them, and they own major fragments of the profession. And whenever they buy out a small company, you can watch very clearly one of them, which I won't name because I don't need any trouble. A little diode laser was $2,499. It was bought out by one of the major conglomerates. It immediately raised to $5,000 because there's another layer of profit in it.
Double.
So we're seeing that come on, and that I don't know how Federal Trade Commission has let that happen. It's worrisome to me.
Wow. So now, I'm just curious. Do you think dentistry is expensive?
Is dentistry expensive?
Yes.
Well, we have the numbers, and patients don't know this, but they probably should if they're listening to this.
Yeah.
A typical general dentist grosses somewhere around $800,000 per year. And that astounds a person listening. That's why those dentists are so rich. However, they don't realize, according to ADA numbers, there's a 71% overhead. That just flushed over $500,000 to the groups we've been talking about. So that leaves the dentist with around $200,000, give or take.
Right.
Then there's about 40% state and federal tax on that, and if you're religious, another 10%. So the dentist makes a decent income, but does not overwhelm anybody. Fees are expensive, but where's the money going?
Yeah.
It's not going to the dentist.
Right.
That's 71% going somewhere else. You know where it's going.
I do. Supplies, lab bill, salaries, rent, mortgage payment, salaries.
Supplies, as you know, they're about 6% of the gross revenue. So if it's $800,000, you can see that 6% of that's a major chunk.
Yep, 6% of $800,000 is $48,000.
And dental suppliers are really learning rapidly that the corporates want a 25% reduction, and they're getting it. So 25% is hacked off. That's 6%. And if you're a small practice in a small town and you've got corporates right there competing with you, they've got the reduction, you haven't.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's starting to form these dental cooperatives. The dental cooperative then negotiates with the distributors, and they can get discounts, but it takes a gang together. It can't happen with one person very well.
Right, right.
Fees are high, yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's not going to the dentist, most of it.
Right. So, Dr. Christensen, it looks like I'm just about out of time, so we're going to have to leave it here. I do want to see if we can have you back for a future episode, because I know there are so many more questions that I have. So I want to thank you for being my guest. So I really...
It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, really appreciate your time. More than you realize. I absolutely do.
Keep up the good work. We need more and more things just like you're doing. I really mean that.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, you have a great day, and...
you too. See you again when I'm in Ohio.
That's all the time we have. That's all the time we have today. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Dr. Kvitko, and visit my office Facebook page and like us. It's Dr. Kvitko and Associates. Remember that all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. Be sure to tune in next week and every week right here on your favorite station. Goodbye.
This is Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the hit show on VH1, urging you to tune in next week with my dentist, Dr. Kvitko.
If you're interested in learning more about this and other dental health topics, go to thereasonswesmile.com to access full episodes of Dr. Kvitko's show.
If you'd like Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist, to speak at your next event, please call 614-262-9588. That's 614-262-9588, or send an email